Hello viewers, here is a Chillout fan. I used some parts from the motor to revive another Duracraft fan, and so now I've got this just floating around here. I'd like to make it useful. I have this, which I bought a while back, hoping it was the right size bearings for this, and it wasn't. But I'm wondering if I can somehow... How in the world does one open this box? There we go. I'm wondering if I can somehow make it work anyways. Now here's the motor. Because I have to change the ends on it because I don't want to plug it. Just want to wire it in. This is the blade that it would normally take. I don't know how this compares in terms of this. This is a lot lighter. This probably has more air resistance though. Of course, this is meant to be drawing air through a small hole, so this probably has some resistance as well. I don't know. This is a 0.65 amp motor. This is a 35 watt motor, so this one should in theory be more powerful. The main problem here is that the shaft is too small. So I don't know what to do about that. I'm thinking perhaps it may be possible to take this, well, let's see, would that work? No, that wouldn't work. I'm going to figure this out off video, because it's probably going to take a while. It's been a while since I've done a super ghetto repair, so why not do one today? I put some paper in there. And now, if I put the motor on here, now I'm not sure this is necessarily going to stay on here during operation. And I'm also not sure that this is even going to spin in the right direction. But let's just see. I guess I got to get an extension cord now. Let's just see how it behaves. Okay. Now, something tells me it probably doesn't spin in the direction I want it to, but that's relatively easy to fix. It's just an annoyance. Alright, here we go. Oh, that seems like it's handling it fine. And it's actually going in the right direction, too. Alright, perfect. That doesn't seem like it's overloaded at all. Oh, wait a minute. It's not going in the right direction. It's going in the wrong direction. It's got to go that way. Alright, so to fix that, what we're going to do is just take the motor apart and we're going to put it back together backwards. Yes, you can do that. And it works fine. It will run in either direction. Just a matter of how you have the shaft orientated. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this. Now of course that also kind of foils my test, because if it's running in the wrong direction there's not as much air resistance. This is claimed to be 3000 RPM. I don't know exactly how many RPM it was doing. There's really no easy way to tell. This is not wanting to come off of here. Oh, there we go. And well, if it matters what way this goes on, I think it does. It's got to go this way. Alright, and now if I understand motor theory well enough, the motor should now be reversed. Yep, that works, and I still think it's fine. It doesn't feel like it's overloaded at all. Actually, it kind of seems like this blade is a good... Oh dear, it wasn't even in the video. It seems like this blade is actually going to be a good fit for this motor. So, just going to jam that on there good and tight. I don't think that's going to come off. What I thought about doing was, if I could get the shaft to come all the way through, I'll put some glue on there. I think I just got it to come all the way through. Let's see here. Yep, it did come all the way through. So maybe what I'll do now is I'll just put a glob of glue on the back here, and I think that would really hold it on there pretty well. Though honestly, I think as it is, it's even pretty secure. More secure than my cutting implement was anyways. Okay. So, as far as mounting goes, this fan of this motor does not have any mounting holes. So we're going to have to do something really creative here in order to get this to work. Let's see if I can get this. Let's get the old motor out of here first. Actually, before I go any further, I'm going to take a short break here and clean everything off, because it's kind of dumb to put it together and then say, oh, I got to take it apart again because I got to clean it. What happens to that paper clip? I can't find... Oh, here it is. Oh, this switch is not cooperating. I don't know how they'll get that one out because the wire is too thick. It fills the full hole. I got it out. So now all that's left to do is remove the strain relief, and then we can wash everything off. Alright, so I think this is going to be easier than I initially thought. I removed these two nuts from the back side here of the motor. There's one on either side, and I just screwed the screws right in. And interestingly enough, it's sturdy. It's very sturdy. So, providing I can get the blade to stay on there, I think this will work just fine. Oh, that's a little too far. I may have to get new paper on there. I think that'll work. I just gotta get the back and make sure it's not gonna hit the bottom, because it's gonna be real close. If it seems too easy, it probably is. Unfortunately, it hits at the bottom. So we're gonna have to figure out what else we can do with this. It needs to be mounted like another 1/4 inch higher or so. Now there is the option of, well, potentially there's the option, it may just cause the same issue in a different location. There is potentially the option of mounting it this way. Okay, but there's a, there's this in the way. But if we mount it this way, I don't know if that's more centered or not. It's really not. So it's got to be somewhere in between there. Really needs to go like right there would be ideal. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do something here. Do something else. I don't know. We're gonna take a break from the video while I try to figure this out. Okay, so what I've done here is I got a piece of wood and I cut this to be the right size. Measured only once, and I cut only once. And I've glued it in place. It's very sturdy in here by itself, even without the glue. But the glue is, there's some glue underneath there and there's glue on the side just as a precautionary measure. And I've drilled these two very small holes in there, and that's what I'm going to screw the motor into. And I believe that's going to work. The motor is mounted. I was very skeptical over this design because these are machine screws going into a non-threaded environment. Normally that doesn't work very well. But in this case, it worked fine. And it's on there, and it's ready to go. So let's stick the blade on and just see if it's going to fit. I hope it fits. Yeah, it's going to fit. Okay, great. So now we got to do the rewire, and we have to figure out how to attach the blades the best way onto the shaft. I know it's kind of crummy to do it that way, but I think the paper and then a little bit of glue is going to be the best option. The blade is attached and ready to go. The paper is kind of there just to kind of align it into the center of the shaft, and it does seem to stay on by itself, but the glue is just kind of an extra security measure to make sure it's definitely not going to go flying off there at any point. Now all that's left to do is the wiring. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this thing from here. And this is still a perfectly good motor, so we'll hold on to that. Just don't have a good application for it at the moment. And I really hate to do this, but I'm just going to cut this off. And it doesn't really matter for a thing like this, but let's see what polarity. Let's see which way the polarity should go. This side is the hot, so this should go into this switch. Actually, we want it to go in this other hole. I guess this would have been easier to do before the motor was put on, but oh well. I don't trust that it's going to hold up under multiple removal and re-adds, so I'm just going to leave it on there and struggle my way through this. Okay, and we need, let's see what side of this cord is hot. Now, this is only going to be one speed, of course. You could probably get a 2-speed motor that would fit one of these, but that's really the reason why I didn't want to use this motor to fix the other one, is because I wanted the other one to be all 2 speeds. But, you know, for something like this, which would just be a, you know, use it around the house kind of a fan. It's only got 1 speed, I don't really care. And I cut that too short. Alright, I think that should work. Screw this in place here. Oh, I don't know where the screws went. Well, that's fine. We'll just use 2 of these. As long as these aren't too long, they may be too long. Those screws worked fine. So now we'll make our final connection here, which will be the mains return, or the neutral, whatever you want to call it. Oh good, this will be able to be reused. Okay, now we gotta play the game with stuffing the wires in here again. How does that work? Oh, it goes like that. I see how that works now. It somehow has to... Ah, I see it. It sits in there. Okay. And then... got the strain relief. And this I'm just going to tuck underneath here. And I think that'll be fine. Kind of see the wires a little bit, but whatever, it is what it is. The other thing I forgot to mention about this modification was I had to clip off one little piece of plastic on this side from that stand there in order to get that to fit in. But other than that, that was all I did to it really, as far as modifying the housing itself. So let's put this on. That's on there good and secure. It really is plenty sturdy. I'm honestly surprised it's as sturdy as it is. I'll just put one screw in here so we can test it out. And make sure it works. I'd rather that be kind of off and high. If I can make that adjustment without taking the whole thing apart again, I'm going to change that real quick. I think I could just pull the switch off here and change what position it goes into. Oh yeah, I can get it to real easy. Get to it real easily. My paper clip has been through a lot today. I gotta get this straightened out here. Actually, I'm gonna take a little bit off of this wire because it's couple of millimeters too long. Alright, so now it should just go high, off. Okay, there's some hot glue string in there. Let's get that out. Take two. Perfect. I think that motor is actually a pretty good fit for this. definitely goes faster than they would stock. I actually have another one somewhere. We'll have to do a comparison video later. But anyways, that's that. It works, and yeah, it's kind of a ghetto rig fix, but you know what? It works. So there you have it.